For a change, I hopped to Africa, the dark continent. Not physically, but zoomically. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, to be precise. Courtesy my friend Devdas managing Bravo Logistics Tanzania Limited. He is no stranger to Tanzania. Been there, worked there, returned to India for a while, and yes, back there since January 2020. For a long time, we have been chatting about the African logistics landscape. Suddenly, one fine morning, he pinged asking, "Would you like to talk to my drivers?" You know my response. In less than 5 minutes, we set up a Zoom call and bingo! I was chatting with 50 plus Alex Mashuda, the driver, and 27-year-old Kevin Mobusi, the tracker. Of course, Dave was peeping from the corner occasionally to assess the conversation.
Alex, what time is it? What time is it in?
I have also one more guy I need to introduce you. He is Mr. Kelvin. He is our tracking officer, Kelvin Mbusi.
Kelvin and Alex.
Yeah. Kelvin is our tracking guy.
Yeah, tell me about.
He's our tracking officer.
Yeah, Alex and Kelvin. Tell me something about trucking industry, truck drivers' life in Tanzania.
About truck drivers' life in Tanzania. You maybe help him also. Can you carry on?
Okay. Here, mostly our drivers, they are driving goods, and before driving, they are satisfied. They have to be certified with the government, so they should be given the certificate.
Okay.
So through employment, before being employed, they have to get tested.
How tough, Alex? Tell me how tough it is to get a truck driver license in Tanzania.
First, they have to go to colleges, government colleges.
Alex?
Private college.
How difficult? I mean, how many days of training you have to undergo?
14 days.
14 days. Only 14 days.
Yes. 14 days, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what is the longest distance your drivers, travel carrying goods?
The longest is from Dar es Salaam to Lubumbashi is almost 2,400 kilometers. And also they are going to Kolwezi, which is almost 2,600 something kilometers.
They go to DRC, there is a Democratic Republic of Congo. There is a place called Kolwezi. That is the popular longest distance, which is around 2,600 kilometers.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, what is the truck? What truck you drive? Which company truck you drive?
Mostly here we are driving Chinese trucks.
Chinese trucks
and European trucks.
Chinese.
Yeah, mostly Chinese trucks and European. Yeah.
The popular trucks here are Howo from China, Shackman from China, and then we also have Scania, Benz, Mercedes-Benz. Those are the popular trucks here.
Okay, great. What is the speed? What is the speed at which you guys drive? Maximum speed allowed?
Allowed here is 80 kilometers per hour.
80 kilometers per hour.
Yes.
Talk about your road conditions. Is it
wait here?
What is it?
He said, let me intervene, sir. He said 80 kilometers per hour. But when you go from Dar es Salaam on the transit route until Tunduma,
Dave, come on.
Until Tunduma is the border to Zambia. Okay? Tunduma is the border to Zambia. Yeah? So when we drive to Zambia, when we are going up to the border, though we have given a speed limit of 80 kilometers per hour, there will be police standing, the traffic police standing at every 50 kilometer distance. And there are zones where you can, the residential zones, where you can drive only 50 kilometers. So the drivers have to be very aware of those zones. The road signs are put up, and the moment they see 50 kilometers, the speed is lowered down to 50. Even if they cross by 1 kilometer, they are stopped and fined. Invariably, you cannot escape driving more than 50 in a 50 kilometer zone. That strict it is.
So stringent, so very disciplined.
Yeah. Very strict, very much.
Yeah, what is it? It's a 2-lane, 4-lane, 6-lane. What is a road? What is the road like?
4-lane, 6-lane, or 2-lane. What is the?
Yes, 4-lane.
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 Is it a macadamized road or concrete road? What is it? It's a tar road or it's a concrete road?
It's a tarmac road.
Tarmac.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, in a 24-hour cycle, how many hours you drive, Alex? How many hours?
Let him say. How many hours you drive in a day?
I think 5 or 8 hours a day per day.
Only 8 hours per day.
Yes.
Okay, talk about your. I mean, how many gears are there in your truck? How many gears?
Yes,
10 gears.
My God, 10 gears. Okay, the truck which you carry, what is the payload? How many tons your truck can carry?
Come again?
How much is the payload that you can carry?
It's certain.
30.
Only 30. To carry
Yeah.
10, then you need 10 gears. Alex?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, you need 10 gears. Carry
Yeah, we need.
Set gears, set ton is for 5 gears, no problem. For 10 gears, no problem, it's okay.
Okay.
Because the road is good, no problem.
What is the material you usually carry? What material?
Mixed
material for sometimes they carry the goods material for the shop or workshop or building material, whatever like this.
Fertilizer.
Okay.
Fertilizer.
Yeah, Alex, tell me, what is the safety of the cargo when you drive? When you drive on the highway, okay. So, what is the safety? Are you attacked? Were there any attack? Somebody shoot at you? Like a theft happens. What is the life like? Maybe Kelvin.
What is the safety on the road? He says, does anybody attack you? Does anybody steal your cargo? Does anybody shoot you? Are there instances like that? Not you, generally.
Generally, for security of Tanzania is not a problem. So sometimes it's more. Sometimes the guys steal something for the cargo. So it's better to run for day, not for night.
Okay, Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah, tell me. Alex is talking about his own experience, but since you are a supervisor, okay, so drivers, what is your own, understanding of highway? Theft, cargo theft, driver attack, those kind of incidents.
Yeah, of course, driver attacks. Well, in Tanzania, they don't have driver attacks, but stealing is there. There are some areas which you drive during night. People, they will come and they steal a cargo. They come and sometimes open containers, even containers the cargo they can steal. There are some areas.
There are driver attack across border, right?
Yeah, if we close to another country like the DRC, driver attacks cases, there are so many.
Okay. So, how old are you, Kevin?
Yes, I am 27.
Huh?
27.
27.
Yeah.
What about Alex?
51.
What is it?
51.
He doesn't look like 51. He looks very young.
Eh?
Very young. Alex, how long you have been?
We both are 51 now.
Alex, how long? How many years you have been driving?
I think 30 years.
How many years?
30.
25 or 30 years.
Oh, okay, good. Are you the first, are you the first man from your family to drive a truck?
I'm alone.
Come on.
I'm alone a driver around for my family. No drive.
Achha, you were the first
He's
generation.
a driver. He's the owner.
Why did you get into a truck driving? Why?
I like this car. I like this job.
You like the job?
Yes.
What is so great about a truck driving? What is so great? Hey, why do you like it? Why do you like it?
Lot of things. Because this is my job. And the benefits for my family.
Okay. Dave? Yeah, Dave, tell me,
Yeah.
what is the size of, what is the company name where, you are working along with them?
Our company name is Bravo Logistics Limited.
Okay.
We are having around 100 trucks and trailers.
Uh-huh.
And our staff is around 150.
150. How many drivers?
Okay.
How many drivers?
Yeah, including drivers. So now we are also a clearing and forwarding company. We give a complete seamless solution to the clients. Like, we are having warehouses, we are having CFS and ICT, and we are having this clearing and forwarding. And we are also having now starting the cold logistics business. So we give a seamless solution to the people. And we have some niche clients, the UN charity arms like UN USAID, UN MONUSCO, UN peacekeeping forces, and then there are these Can Globals, and there are many people who prefer us because we have had a long-standing relations with them, so they keep coming. And then there are also these periodical seasonal things like fertilizers, cement, food cargos. We are also a registered transporter for WFP, World Food Program. The World Food Program activities are too active in these areas. They carry maize, they carry beans and other things from different places to DRC, Zambia, Rwanda, Burundi, so all these places. So we also participate in those haulages. So we have Alex and we have these drivers. So now here, if I have to say, because of the socio-economic situation of this country, the preferred and available jobs for the people, for the man, is easily the driving job or a security job. Okay. So, and the lifeline here is logistics. So everything revolves around logistics. So production is very minimal. So the life revolves around logistics. Whether it is our work or whatever, it's always having a relation with logistics. So and unlike India, these people, they are paid relatively well. The salary, the fixed salary per month is almost same, but they get different packages of allowances for each route. Suppose if they are going to DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is around 2,000 kilometers, they stand to get around 1 million Tanzanian shillings per trip. 1 million shillings is around 35,000 Indian rupee.
Okay. So is it a double driver? Well, on the long road, it's a double driver format or a single driver format?
No, we don't do double driving. We allocate one truck to one driver, and we make a relation. We don't separate the driver and truck frequently for having an accountability. So now we don't use two drivers because their tour of duty is from morning 6 to evening 6, with 2 hours of break in between, 1 hour for their lunch and half an hour each in the morning and evening for tea. So 10 hours is their tour of duty, and they are forced to take rest after evening 6 o'clock. So they have enough rest during the night. And here in Tanzania, you can also confirm with Alex and Kelvin that the driver welfare along the road is relatively well taken care of. They have good restrooms, they have good parking areas, they have good drinking and eating halls. So they are relatively far well off than in India. So you can just talk to them on that. What are your what are problems that you face on road?
Yeah, but Alex, tell me what all the kind. I mean, Dave was talking about lot of driver restroom and other facilities on the highway. Talk about it. What all the
some area road is old. Some area road is old. So you better to go be careful to go slow. So another area is good. Not problems like some area.
So when you go and rest at one place in the evening, what are the facilities you have around in the parking area? The cooler, drinks, resting place. You have enough proper?
Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah, you can say. What all the facilities the drivers get when they are on the highway for resting? Tell me.
I can't hear properly, sir. Please.
Okay.
What facilities the drivers have when they halt the vehicle for rest? What facilities they have?
On road, there are so many businesses. So people, they invested in lodges. So driver, whenever they go and park, so they found the place for them to rest and eat, and security also. So the security of cargo for Tanzania is somehow good.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alex, you stay away from the family in a month. How many days you are away from the family?
2 weeks or 2 weeks or months.
2 weeks, sometimes.
2 weeks, 3 weeks or months. 1 month.
So okay, I mean, Dar es Salaam is a port, isn't it? It's a harbor. Okay, you can go from port to interiors of Africa. Okay, what do you get the return load? Who arranges for your return load, or is it come empty? Your vehicle comes empty. What is it?
Yeah, for return load, we have our customers also. So whenever the truck is crossing from Tanzania into another country, which is their loading point is situated, we are contacting them for alerts that are coming. Our trucks are coming that way, so you can prepare for the loading of return cargo to Tanzania.
So, let me explain to you. So, what we do is that we take the containerized cargoes like for building materials, construction materials, the roads, iron roads, fertilizers, cement, food items. These are the items which we take from Dar es Salaam port to the interior parts like Lusaka or Lubumbashi or Kolwezi, and even to Harare. These places we take these cargoes, and when coming back, there is a copper belt in Zambia and DRC. The copper belt is called Kolwezi, Likasi, Lubumbashi, Chingola. This is the copper belt. The world's biggest copper mines are there. So when these people are coming back, we invariably get a return load like copper cathodes, copper ingots, the cobalt, manganese. So these return loads are plenty. So an organized transporter like us, when we go, at that time itself, we have a return cargo assigned. So we give the allowances and other thing accordingly. But for an unorganized transporter, even if he goes there, he can just look around, he will find a return load. That's not a problem.
Fantastic. Acha, tell me, Kevin, suppose truck gets an accident on the highway, okay, away from your headquarters. What kind of emergency ambulance services, medical facilities available to help the driver to take him to nearest hospital? What kind of facilities available?
So for that is a challenge, but whenever the accident is happening in a particular area, the surrounding people, they will take him to the nearby hospital. but for the facility which facilitate the like ambulance, we don't have.
Okay, okay, okay. So where does your family live, Alex? Dar es Salaam?
Family work. Yes, here in Islam.
Okay, okay. I mean, so in a year, how many days leave you get? Leave of absence. You go home to celebrate some festival, Christmas, or you are African festival, anything. You go home. How many days leave of absence you get?
In a year, we are given only 1 month. 1 month per leave. So it might be in the end of the year or in the middle of the year. So at whatever time you want to go leave, but you go once in a year.
11 months you work and take 1 month chutti, 1 month leave, right?
Yeah, in a 12 months you will be given only 1 month for leave.
Yeah, Alex, how many children you have?
5.
5 children. All studying or what? What are they? What is the eldest son or daughter?
Oh, kill me.
All boys. Yes. Yes, all boys. We have 2 daughters and 3 sons.
Okay, yeah, eldest is daughter.
No, sons.
Son. Okay, what is your son doing? Is he studying or working?
Yes.
They're in school.
School. Acha, Alex, in a month, what is the maximum money you earn? Including your allowance, everything. What is the maximum you earn? How many million? How many?
In a good month, he is getting almost 3,000, 100,000 shillings.
Not 100,000. 700,000.
I mean 700,000 shillings.
No, I didn't get it. Dave, what is he saying? I don't understand.
700, he on a good month, on an average month, he gets around 700 to 800,000. 8 lakh or 7 lakh shillings. 7 lakh to 8 lakh shilling means it's around 25,000, 30,000.
Okay. What
Indian
about,
rupee, yeah.
Kevin, how long you have been with this company?
1 year.
Acha, 1 year. Okay. What about this? Alex?
Yeah, now 5 years.
Oh, 5 years. He's a very loyal employee there. Huh?
Yeah, we have all our drivers are between 5 and 10 years.
Okay,
All our drivers.
one last question. What is the fuel you use? Diesel, biodiesel? What is that you use there?
In transportation is diesel. Most of trucks are using diesel.
Okay, per liter, how many kilometers your truck gets?
We are giving them 2.5 liters.
2.5 kilometers per liter.
Per kilometer.